What is going on, all my Eldritch beings and nightmares? It is your boy Ripper1023, and we are back at it at another video today. Sorry about the stutter. And today we are playing What Remains of Edith Finch. Uh, Not real sure what the game is about, but it looked really interesting, and apparently it's really good. So I'm excited to play it. I had to automatically pop up in here real fast too, because it started immediately. But just want a few things before we start the video. Sorry for how long it's been since I've had a upload. I've been really busy with work and then house remodels and just a whole bunch of stuff going on, so I haven't had exactly enough time to record videos. So I took a small little break while doing all that, but we are back into making content. And I hope you all enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, we may have to do a few sets here. What remains of Edith Finch? Yeah, I'll tell you what, before we even hop into this, let's go to graphics. I don't think my laptop here can run everything on straight ultra. Oh, yeah, that's a little better. Alright, let's see. See, texture. I'm looking to try this. There we go. This was brightness. There we go. Gotta mess around with it just. That looks good enough. Sitting flares. Edith Finch. Okay. Let's see, is there an option to make sure? Let's see. Okay. This is really pretty, and the sounds are also really pretty so far. I'm just trying to make sure. I want to see if there's. I guess there's no option for subtitles. Okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Beginning with the house. Right. I want to make sure I got. I'm sorry. Just trying to make sure I got everything what it needs to be. So I'm messing around with settings just. Yeah, I can't even adjust my settings. Okay, let's see. There we go. I'll fix it back. Here. Oh, I forgot I had my sound on my phone. 1 second, guys. There we go. This thing does not like my mouse. There we go. Okay, we're back. Okay, I'm trying to make sure we get everything good where it should. Okay. I guess there is no subtitles, but that's okay. Oh, we got zoomy. We don't have sprint, but we do have zoomy. This game is very freaking pretty. Ooh. I'm gonna turn my light off because I have my light on because I be playing horror games all the time, so I need my light. But I'm gonna turn my light off. A little bit more immersed.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Interesting. Those are pretty. Layers. Oka Island is it? Hello?
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
I like the controls. Can I look at them? No? Just final notices. So I guess that's final notices on the house, maybe? Okay. Okay.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Okay, so our brother Lewis is dead. No trespassing, give surveillance, trespassers. That's pretty. This game is really
In her
pretty.
will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Alright, so our
Maybe she
mom's
thought
dead.
I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Finches. Well, I can go down here. I don't feel like this is the right way, but I can go down here. Also, I just want to make sure all my recording and everything's upright. Okay, yeah, we're good. Oh, I just now noticed my model's not moving. Oh well, that'll be fine. I'll fix it for the next video. I don't know if I meant to come down here. Let me go back up. I don't know what kind of flowers they are, but they're everywhere, and I think they're really pretty. Grab my coffee real fast. Everywhere. They're so pretty, though. I am thinking about doing live streams, you
I
know.
haven't driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Few hoof prints, as in, like, deer? But yeah, I'm thinking about doing some live streams along with the regular videos. I do want to get some out, because they're... Oh, deer. Bye. Bye. They're very crunchy when you walk.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Why is that, girly pop?
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Ah. We surprisingly... Whoa. It's, kind of reminds me
The house
of...
was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Kind of reminds me of a Hello Neighbor. Like the house in Hello Neighbor. Who's missing? Somebody's missing. I got feet? Oh my god, I have feet! I have tootsies. Truck. There's no running. Bro, I would kill to have some sort of water like this outside my house. I fucking love this. It's fucking pretty. We'll go up the walk path. Now it seems better. Missing Milton Finch. Is that my brother? Guessing that's my brother.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Understandable. As a kid, I'd be uncomfortable in this house too. There's a lot of my brother missing posters everywhere.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Okay, so I'm 17. Good to know. Knockety knockety.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Hello.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Oh, I kind of hate this. Alright. Okay. So, front door is not an option. Neither is the garage. Oh my god, we have Shadow! I'm way too fast. Oh my god, please tell me I'm going through the doggy gate. I am, let's go. Let me in!
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
So I've been here since we were 11. Interesting.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Aw. They left so much stuff behind.
For the first time in years,
January 2010.
I felt like I was home.
Jesus, this house is massive. All the books. Flour, salt, water, the holiday feast, witch's kitchen, Viking belly, the North Bush. Interesting.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Dawn, Edith, Eddie. There's, I'm guessing, brother, me, maybe mom and grandma. Memory of Lewis Finch. Yeah, so that was the brother that died December 27th, 1988 to November 21st, 2010. Blood brother to Edith, son of Dawn, great grandson to Eddie. Memorial service, Finch Family Cemetery, 2141 fire.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Hey, Chinese be slapping though. I mean, can't go over some Chinese. Oh, that's a lot of canned tuna.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Oh wow, there's even more over here. Jesus. Hey, but free salmon, man. Right, can't help but notice no dad in the picture.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
We may be a little laggy, so I'm just gonna let you guys know that I'm running this on a laptop because I do not own a computer, like a actual PC. I play on the laptop, so it may be a little bit laggy. Is that soy sauce? It is, hell yeah. Okay, go on soy sauce. Okay, so is this from where I was little? So this is obviously grandma. But like I said, I can't help but notice the lack of a father. Is there still a phone in there? There is. That's crazy.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Okay, my thing is, if it's been years, right? How are there no maggots? How are there still noodles and rice on this plate? Crazy. Orca. Ooh. I did lamp. Nice lamp.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
What a view, though. Damn, it's beautiful. Squeeze behind here. I can. Wait, are there lights on? Am I crazy?
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
I like that little touch. That was nice. Birds. What's this? I can't read that name. I think it said Barbara, maybe? Oh.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
So pretty. Okay, so her name, grandmother's name is Barbara. Bugs! Beetle. It looks like maybe a stag beetle. Moth of some sort. These look like flying ants and little beetles at the bottom, maybe? Alright, so Barbara Finch was an actress, maybe? Interesting. So, there's nothing this way. Go to the front real fast. Dawn, Eddie, Belton, Lewis, Edith.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Interesting.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Okay, we'll hit downstairs, or we'll hit the downstairs before we go upstairs.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Damn it. Upstairs, okay. No comment on this.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
I guess Milton may be the dad. Also, I like that saw. That's a nice saw. My grandmother actually had a decorated saw, kind of like this one, but it was more of a hand saw than a two-people saw. Also, vibe with this chair. Ooh, more books. I like. Oh, wow. So she really did seal every door with the expanding foam. It's crazy. 7, Hospice Finch, and 80. So this is going to be grandma? Grandpa, maybe?
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
I'm sensing a lot of trauma. Calvin.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
I like all the photos. I'm not used to seeing a lot of family photos. It's just my friend Bigfoot.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
So many books. I love all the books. Wine with the books, hell yeah. Guess this is Barbara's room?
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Interesting.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Okay. Oh, there's more up. Let's go back over here because there's a couple rooms over here that we didn't see. Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
So pretty in here, though. There's a train. I love trains.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Nice, we found what the key went to.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Try to figure out which way I need to move my mouse. There we go.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay. Interesting. That's interesting as fuck, but first, there's an upstairs. Let's go up there first. Holy hell, this house is great.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Interesting to see that there's a electrical wire. Okay, so just wanted to double check. So I would have regretted not knowing. Alright, enter the hole. Let me in. Oh, it's like a little tiny little playroom. So freaking pretty. I love stained glass.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Where are we now?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Saving. Okay. Guess this is Molly here.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
All the details in the room is crazy.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Interesting. I really like the whole break art thing right there. It's really pretty. Oh. Jellyfish. I love jellyfish. Edith Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
So sad.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I have a bathroom in my room.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh no.
I ate a lot of things that night.
This poor child. Oh no.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Please don't let me eat the
It was
fish.
a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Bro, what did I take?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I'm gonna get you. I'd play a whole game like this, man.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Hi. Got an emote on. Look. Record. Oh my god, am I purring? Hold up. Oh my god, I am. Sorry, I have my audio down on my headset. I love purring. Cat's purring. Hey. Come here, you little bastard.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Come here, you little bastard.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
That's disturbing to hear from a child.
I gobbled her up,
Oh, shit.
and suddenly I was an owl. First,
Well-
all I heard was the wind.
I'm a bird
Then I
now.
heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Teeth and nibbling, you say? I broke the game. Oopsie daisies.
Rabbits.
Yeah, though. Oh, there they are. Twink. Got me some dinner, boys.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Bro, what is wrong with this child?
Find something bigger.
This is really fucking pretty, though.
A mama rabbit.
Where?
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What the hell? Oh my god. I'm sorry. I know this is probably isn't supposed to be funny, but just the shark flopping is hilarious to me. You'll spin me right round, baby, right
I
round.
rolled off
Ow.
a cliff and into the
Damn.
ocean.
I'm a
Now,
fucking shark with
I was
brain
hungrier than
damage.
ever.
Dun, 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 dun,
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
da, 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 da.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
I already flipped the seal out where flipper up, where to look at the. There, silly seal. There she be.
Tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
Come on now.
When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Am I an octopus? Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I'm a fucking. Am I Cthulhu? I think I'm Cthulhu. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Tracked. Where are you? Hey, where am I supposed to be going? Oh, okay. Come on,
Wow,
me.
I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh my god, I am Cthulhu. Oh, yeah. Word. I hate everything about this, by the way. I'm gonna assume I can fit my fat ass under here. Hell yeah. Cthulhu on a mission, bro.
I
I'm
was
hungry.
big, but I moved real quiet.
I'm moving as quiet as I can, okay? Do I have to eat him? That scared the piss out of me. Also, why am I a child dreaming about murdering people? I hope this music isn't copyrighted.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I hear a drunken fella. Oopsie daisies. Nommy nom nom. Well, he just ragdolls. Just gonna throw him back in the gullet. Oh. Don't mind me. I had to get my hunger.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have. So
Okay.
I swam towards it.
I am Cthulhu.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I need more games where I can play as the monster because it's too fun. Oh my god, can I 360 it? Oh my god, I can. Hello! Oh, am I in Molly's room? I think I
I
am.
got closer and closer.
There is Molly.
All my stomach started growling.
All your stomachs?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much much longer it needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Whoa, homie was tripping.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
It's kind of sad that her family is low-key abusive. Hi, kitty. You're gonna wait a minute. Can I open up the bed, please? Please. I'm fine. Okay, hello, kitty cat.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Okay, I can use my keypad to do the action just so use my mouth.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Ooh, that bird ain't alive, is it? Okay. Oh, they have paintings of them because they passed away. Interesting to think that she kept a snake in a cage. Is that a lizard? It's a lizard. Hell yeah. Interesting. Shrine sketches. Mole man beneath the Finch house.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Okay, I just had to check and make sure I hit record because I could if I hit record on.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Edith interview, random junk, my friend Bigfoot, Sam Middle ceremony, home movies, Weird America, The Finches, Conspiracy Now, Sam Photo Award, then Edith Jr. Lake Trip. It's okay, I got stuff. I'm gonna turn up my AC. There we go. Molly concepts. Interesting. 70-year-old woman refuses to evacuate because of little forest fire.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Hell yeah. Built 1937.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dragon kills Finch. Tragedy strikes Finch family. Something celebrates turns to something interesting. So Grandma had an imagination I fucks with.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
You seem like a good grandma.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
It's sad. Louis, 1988 to 22.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay. So, I'm trying to figure out how to back out of this already. Okay, so Odin was originally.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay. Okay, interesting. This family has a lot of history. It's really freaking interesting.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh my god, pink fuzzy carpet. In the bathroom, though, I don't know how to feel about it, especially with the tub and everything. Girl got a whole ass wine bottle. Hell yeah. Frog! I love frogs, man. Some of my favorite little
The only
critters.
trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
See, can you get out there? Because let's see. What's this? Okay. It's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Interesting. This family sure is interesting, bro. Yep. Calvin Finch. Born and died. Okay.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Guess that's the old camera there. This game is really interesting so far. I love this. Milton. Oh, we're in the brothers' rooms now? Oh, we are. That's sad how all this is cut off. That's really sad. That makes me sad how it's cut off because, you know, the brother passed away and so everything's left the
I knew
same.
Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Guess we get to see how Mr. Calvin passed away.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, swing. How nice.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Crazy.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming! But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, and maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh, I hate this.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Damn. That's so sad.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
It's so sad. It's a piece my boy Kelvin.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
I was eating.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
I don't blame him. Just saying how everything's gonna move.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
It's so sad.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Barbara.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Birthday Barbara.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I love this. This is great. Oh, y'all are making me play? That's some messed up stuff.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh, I hate this. I
The
hate
gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
I hate. Get out of my way. I hate this.
Oh, the fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah!
Let me start a swinging.
I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Bro, why they go with the classic horror movies music though? Oh hell no.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and
I hate
windows
this.
and
This is
notify the
so.
police of
This
any
is like
suspicious
genuinely
activity.
creepy. Ooh.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
What about my brother though?
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Got this.
She played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
I love how cheesy this is, but also it was generally spooky towards a little bit towards the beginning there. Sorry, if I come around and he's gone. God, he's gone.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Ding dong, bing bong. Hello, hello, hello.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Bro, what the...
Now
What?
that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Bro.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
That's freaking bonkers. Holy snap. Okay. That was interesting. And we go.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Oh, we're going through the liquor cabinet. Go. Okay. Bro, there's even a missing portion for where in the store. That's cool. I like that. I like that. Paranoid. It's really paranoid. Alright, so we just keep turning. That's crazy. I love this. Spin.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Nice little dragon in this one.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
It's a little dork.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Ah, an
If
underground
there's a
storage.
pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
January 1976.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
That's 2005.
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Interesting.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Got taken out by a train.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Probably go back up. Mass confusion.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Must be true.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else.
To me, maybe 2, right, Bob?
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this.
I really like this game.
Maybe
It's
it'd be better if all this just died with me.
really it so far.
But I thought you should know about your family.
We're
The
pregnant.
history you're a part of.
My guess. My guess is we're pregnant. We look pregnant. I don't know. That's one out there. My guess is we're pre-orgonaut, and that we're going to have a kid, and so we're riding.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
It's getting really fucking good. I was.
When you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
I was gonna do this in a two-part, but let's see. Yeah, I might generally just go ahead and finish it off today. Wow, this is neat.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
It's true.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Calvin. Sven. Edie. Walter.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
There's a chance maybe Milton's alive.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I was right.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
That's what you got. Alright, let's get into Grandpa Sam. Oh, he's a U.S. veteran.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
I have no clue what I need to take photos of. I'm just taking photos of things that I take photos of. Ah, bird.
Aw.
Any more pictures of the birds? Because I was taking more photos of the birds. Well, I need to take a photo now. We got the birds. What else would be needed? I've gotten the bird. Is that what we needed? I don't know. I'm trying to make sure I got the right photo, but I guess I don't. I don't know, man. Right now, I'm just vibing. Let's see, is there anything missing? Yes. I don't know, am I missing anything?
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Ah.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done yet?
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Nothing quite like being outside. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
To tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive... Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
I wasn't expecting that to happen.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Damn.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
That's bonkers. Rest in peace. He was a chill guy though. I liked him. I like the whole survival thing. Wait, I wanna. Oh, I wanna explore more, but I guess not. That's crazy how he died though.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
That is what's kind of cool. And someone named Gregory. It's a nerd, but also this is the military question mark? Interesting. Okay, Gregory. Divorce contract from Sam to Sam Finch.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Frog.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to...
I'm a frog.
Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
Frog.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his room was like.
This is my favorite part of the game so far.
It reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw, it sure made him happy.
I got them parkour skills.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
don't want Gregory to hear this.
I hate
She
that.
could have told us about the world he saw.
Just look at the froggies.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Little homie drowned.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too.
Jeez.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That hurt my heart a little bit. The fact she didn't even say anything. Oh, this looks inventory. So where's the little frog at? This was good.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Dive bomb the wedding.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Damn.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
I really like the gameplay of this game. Okay, I don't see any more words or stuff. I see them now.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Like the totem poles in the
I
fall.
wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Damn.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Rest in peace, Gus. Race flag, breakfast, black town, Dom, sweet trash, Gus, Mom, Greg will be a baby. Joe Robe, Jags, push-ups, scrunchies, returned. So I'm guessing her dad kind of treated it like it was military just because that's what he was used to.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Understandable. Let me reminded of, past.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
What's Indian attack? Copy pass with the two-face teacher. Buildings, yeah. So where do we go from here? Back there, you hear me? I don't know if this is the right way. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure. You know them, Marius. See, I don't think this is the right way to go. But
instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Maybe we need to go back.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
So true. Everyone has that one fear, man. And having a fear does not make you weak. Let's see if I can figure out the right place to go this now. Maybe I missed something up there in her room? You go check real fast. Okay. Let's see, did I miss anything? I did.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Dad's dead, got you.
And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
This is Milton's place, got you. It's so pretty.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Yeah, he sure could paint.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
So here, up there, the window again.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Bro, I feel bad for this whole family. Everyone here dies so tragically. And I feel bad for Dawn, like brothers, sons, dad. Jesus.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
I closed it, I'm sorry.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
My man's was a partaker in the Mary J. We'd love to see it.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dang, dual monitors.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
Gimme.
wander.
Oh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
I want to point out I'm doing both of these, and I feel like I'm
seemed very
doing great at
promising.
multitasking.
He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of his silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Guys.
His prince waited, holding his crown.
Yeah, yeah, bring me my beautiful prince.
There was only one thing left to do.
my beautiful prince.
Bend down his head.
Oh no.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Jesus. Rest in peace.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
So it's Dawn and Edie. Rest in peace, woman.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Oh, there's no way this house is structurally safe. Teach and learn. Oh.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
A very crunchy walk for the middle of the ocean.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by.
Oh, I like how it's all words.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Being born.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Bro, my fucking heart. That's not kosher. Jesus. Ah. Bro, that was amazing. I low-key feel like tearing up a little bit. I didn't expect Edith died in the end. I thought we were playing as Edith, but I was wrong. Jesus Christ. Oh, first of all, to the creator, fuck you for making me feel feelings. But second of all, oh my god, that was amazing. That was a amazing game. It was so good, and honestly, if you're watching this and you want to give it a play, even though you've watched this or you've watched a whole video of it, I say go ahead and give it a play because it was really good, and I think it's something that should definitely be experienced by yourself as well. You know, watching and playing are two different experiences, and if you're going to watch it, I suggest you also play it. I picked the game up when it was on sale for $2, so I mean, if it's still on sale, definitely give it a try. I'm gonna put a link to it in the comments whenever this gets uploaded. But Jesus, it was amazing. The music, the design, the story, the flow, everything was perfect. It was genuinely a really, really, really good game. And I'm glad I got to experience. And if you're here in the end, you've watched the whole thing, glad I got to experience the game with you. I hope everyone liked it. I know I didn't talk very much during the game, but I felt like me talking a lot was not what was needed with how the storytelling went. But I'm glad we got to experience this game together, honestly. It was truly a good game. Try to make sure we don't have anything in the after credits. It's interesting to see all these photos and everything. The crutch. This is Molly's stuff. That's gonna be Walter's. Right, I hope all he wasn't eating in there was just peach halves. Because if so, my man's had to be bored. Annapurna Interactive. Not the child with the pew pew. This is so pretty. I love this game. It was so good. I look, you want to see if they've made any other games, because if they made all games that were good as this, you know, I want to play more. Scared for Life 2, Trick or Treat, Smell My Feet. Love that. Enjoy, thank you. Loving memory of Lewis Finch. Edith Finch team. Hell yeah. Oh. The end. Ah. I like that. That was a nice touch there. That was really good. The replay story option not available. Select Edith. So did I get everybody? I got everyone. That was so good. I hope you all enjoyed. If you made it here to the end of the video, I just want to thank you all for being here with me on this journey. And I'm excited to get more content and videos out. And hopefully we'll get more videos out coming up soon. If you're new to the channel and you made it all the way through and you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and drop down a comment. And here's to hoping for some more videos coming out soon. So for now, I'm going to see you guys later. Bye, guys.